Dozens of nations across the world are imposing tough restrictions with Southern Africa over the emergence of the Omicron variant. There are concerns the COVID mutation could be more resistant to vaccines and usher in the return of tougher restrictions, just as parts of the world are beginning to learn to live with the virus. Israel has become the first nation to ban entry from all countries. The restrictions are set to last for 14 days and phone tracking technology will be reintroduced to help monitor cases of the new variant. The nation has one known case of the Omicron strain. Already struggling with a surge of infections ahead of winter and Christmas, the variant has emerged in multiple nations in Europe. 2 new infections have emerged in both the UK and Germany. In Britain, it's prompted tougher border rules, mask mandates and a plea for residents to get vaccinated. Nick Dole reports now from London.
Boris Johnson says that it's not too late to take action, even though Omicron has already been detected in the UK. The first 2 cases were in Nottingham and Chelmsford. Now, they are linked and contact tracing is underway, but more cases are almost inevitable, and the government is concerned enough that it's finally agreed to bring masks back for public transport and shops, making them compulsory. It's also going to force international arrivals to self-isolate until they return a negative PCR test. Now, Boris Johnson says he doesn't want to see international travel shutting down altogether, so he says this is a proportionate response that he thinks will buy the UK some much-needed time.
Our scientists are learning more hour by hour, and it does appear that Omicron spreads very rapidly and can be spread between people who are double vaccinated. There is also a very extensive mutation, which means it diverges quite significantly from previous configurations of the virus, and as a result it might, at least in part, reduce the protection of our vaccines over time.
UK scientists say that while this new variant may be able to infect double vaccinated people more easily than other variants, they say they have a fair degree of confidence that it will at least prevent people who are vaccinated from getting seriously ill or dying, which is really the most important thing. Now, they do stress that they don't know this for sure, but they say it may well be the case. And so the UK government is now looking to expand its COVID booster program here, potentially offering it to younger people and offering it sooner too. And the UK's chief scientific advisor says that despite the caution and the obvious alarm over this variant, the world is in a much better position than it was. It's not as if we're going back to square one.
We've got vaccines that are effective. The vaccine manufacturers actually can change them quite easily. So we've got a very changeable platform of vaccines now. And we've got drugs coming along, antiviral drugs, which work. So we've got a far greater armamentarium than we had months ago. And certainly, a totally transformed picture compared to a year ago.
2 cases of Omicron have been detected in Germany in the state of Bavaria. Italy has also recorded at least 1 case now. And in the Netherlands, a potentially very serious situation is unfolding. Authorities in Amsterdam say that 61 people who were on flights from South Africa to the Netherlands on Friday have now tested positive for COVID. Now, they're analysing those test results, but the authorities say that they are almost certain they are dealing with at least some cases of this new variant. And to put it in perspective too, there were about 600 people arriving from South Africa to the Netherlands on Friday, and 61 of them have tested positive for COVID. So that's an incredibly high positivity rate, around 1 in 10, and certainly that will be ringing some alarm bells.